under Uniform Commercial Code 440.2511 by tender of payment 2 and 3.
It's not applicable to this case.
And could you tell me why, Your Honor?
Because the UCC doesn't apply to this circumstance. Sir?
Yes.
I'm asking a very simple question.
This sovereign citizen squatter just got absolutely wrecked in Judge Simpson's courtroom. Judge Simpson wasn't playing around in this one. Zero nonsense. Straight law. This guy really thought he could pay rent with a fake cashier's. Check covered in Korean characters like it was some kind of secret treasure map. Like, bro. The law literally says only legal tender is valid for debts. You can't just invent monopoly money and expect the court to roll with it. Let me know in the comments, should squatter laws be tougher or do squatters deserve more protections? I know some of you all have hot takes on this, so drop them below. But for now, let's dive in and watch Judge Simpson absolutely dismantle this sovereign citizen in real time.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, Your Honor?
What's your name, sir? What is the claim in this case?
Judge, this is a non-payment of rent action with a money judgment being requested as well. I'm showing that rent is due in the amount of $1,588, court costs of $217 for a total rent retained of $1,805.
And sir,
Yes.
how do you intend upon paying this?
So, Your Honor, I actually tendered payment to Group 5 Management on November 3rd. And my form of payment was refused.
Was what?
My form of payment, she refused payment.
What was your form of payment?
A cashier's check. I actually have the voided check here. And I'm asking for
You had a
yes.
cashier's check? Let me see.
If this is also the refusal in the email from the landlord. All right.
Danny, do you know anything about the refusal of payment?
I do not, Judge. Obviously, I'm standing in for Mr. Weiss. I believe my client or the client was supposed to be on. My understanding was that it wasn't a cashier's check. It was a counter or a check. And the reason it would have been refused was because he's had more than 3 checks come back as insufficient funds. But I would ask if I don't see if he's on here, Judge.
From Randolph Court or Group 5 on the Zoom? We don't have anybody checked in.
We don't.
Email.
Judge.
Hang on, Ms. Zane. He has an email saying about the refusal. Well, it's a text message screenshot.
Yes, it's a email. I actually screenshotted it.
And it says,
If you're enjoying the content, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. All right, back to the video.
From somebody with the last name of Aslam, ASLAM, indicating that they received a rent check in the sum of $1,238, which the check that he showed me was in the form of an over-the-counter check. However, must be certified funds. And then, second page, as the system will not accept this, maybe. But
Yeah, Judge. My notes on the ledger show counter check, which is a check that's not. It's one of the ones they give you from the bank, and so again, that's the position I was taking, anyways. It was refused.
So, sir,
Yes.
Is there a reason why you can't get certified funds to the landlord?
Well, they actually accepted December's rent from the same check, Your Honor, from my bank.
Okay, but if
Well, because it costs, and my defense is that under Uniform Commercial Code 440.2511 by tender of payment 2 and 3.
it's not applicable to this case.
And could you tell me why, Your Honor?
Because the UCC doesn't apply to this circumstance.
I'm sorry?
The UCC doesn't apply to this circumstance.
It's a commercial transaction, Your Honor.
The UCC does not apply.
Okay. So where could I find this at that says that this isn't a commercial transaction?
That would be your assertion. I'm telling you it doesn't apply to this.
Just for my understanding that the Uniform Commercial Code governs all commercial transactions in commerce. And so based off of this law, tender of payment is why my defense is that once the tender of payment was refused, at that time, the charge or the total amount was discharged.
Even if you were to do that analysis, you can't then have unjust enrichment, which means that you want to move.
I'm sorry?
You can't have unjust enrichment, so you'd have to move because you can't have the apartment and not pay.
No, I mean, I paid the rent. They took the exact form of payment in December.
Okay, look, I get it. Not being able to pay rent sucks. We've all struggled at some point. I mean, I've had those eat cereal with a fork to save milk days. But pulling up to your landlord with a fake check and acting like you just handed over the Ark of the Covenant, come on. These sovereign citizens really think they can Jedi mind trick their way out of eviction. Honestly, I think it's a combo of bad parenting, weird internet communities, and just whatever's in the water in Michigan. Like seriously, what is going on over there? Every week, it's another episode of How to Get Arrested with Confidence. These folks will argue with a judge using Google screenshots and sheer vibes. One dude even tried to pay rent with Monopoly money and was shocked it didn't work. At this point, Michigan might as well start charging admission for these courtroom circus acts.
Certified funds to them.
I plan to, it cost me to do certified. So I would,
As does the NSF transactions that they've had in the past. So that is my question to you. Are you going to submit certified funds
I'll submit certified funds.
in the amount of 1805?
I like to debate that amount because I'm not sure where that amount's coming from. My rent is $1,238. In court costs, I'm not sure where the other $600.
All right, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Defendant to submit $1,238, which at this point is the undisputed amount in certified funds to the landlord no later than December 29, 2023. And then we will look at the disputed amounts. I will adjourn this matter to January 5th, 2024 at 2 p.m. And I would just note to you, Mr. Smith, that if those funds aren't in, I'm not hearing any additional argument. I will be granting a judgment, which will be for their full amount, plus what will at that point be January's rent.
Your Honor, also, the 4th I have to work. So every time that I'm coming here, I'm having to take off of work. And
Sir, I cannot help that.
I mean, is there a way that we can set a different date?
That is my next day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I guarantee next time we see this guy, he'll be back in court looking all confused like, but Your Honor, I gave them a piece of paper that said $200 on it. Like, bro, that's not how money works. You can't just scribble out your own currency like it's a group project and expect people to honor it. The court doesn't care if it's written in cursive with a glitter pen. A fake check is still a fake check. Under US law, specifically 18 US Code para 514, passing a counterfeit financial instrument is a straight-up federal offense. That's not a slap on the wrist. That's orange jumpsuit time. And seriously, Michigan, what's the deal? Do y'all have flyers that say, become a lawyer in your mind, join today? I swear, every viral courtroom meltdown either starts with I do not consent or ends with you have no jurisdiction over me, and it's always in Michigan. Anyway, that's it for today's hearing. Let me know in the comments, was Judge Simpson fair? Did this guy have any chance? Appreciate you all for watching. Take care and stay smart out there.